I missed actually.
It's okay.
I don't
Ravi?
have
Yeah.
much of an independent view on this, so I can't recollect the context. If you're all going ahead with this, I'm quite fine with that. You know better what the situation.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. So as discussed, we'll be going ahead with merging two tranches together and giving the money in one go for easy fashion. The next item is a discussion on tranche cancellation, Hitesh Enviro Engineers Private Limited. It's the same case because there was a delay in receiving money from Startup India. The disbursement process got slow and we released first tranche in this case also. A startup tried reaching out to us for the next tranche, but because there was no information from Startup India then on how they're going to disburse, how and when they are going to disburse money to us, there was continued delayed. Now, when we received the money from Startup India and we reached out to the startup, the lady Nishita Mittal, she refused, mentioning that now she doesn't need money. So the case is same, but here it's a cancellation it's a partial closure basically from startup. So would like to hear from you all. What is your opinion? Should we go ahead with the cancellation and initiate partial closure and uh, route this movie to another startup?
Okay,
Yeah.
Raj, you all remember this? So this is
Yeah, I do remember. So I think it should be okay to cancel it. Only thing is just kind of not their rejection or things over email, so that we have a proof that why we have cancelled. Yeah.
okay, great. That's fine. Sumedh and Ravi. So this startup is a cash-rich startup. And that is why I think because of the delays, they have just decided not to take the tranche. And we're seeking permission to cancel theirs or, just from this startup, move it to another startup, which is actually needing the money.
So just for my clarity, Renu, the first tranche also they would be repaying that.
No, they're not repaying in the lump sum amount, but yeah, they will go according to the EMIs that are set for them, which they are honoring
Okay.
on regular basis. Yeah.
Yeah, I think then it's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
We can't force a deal on somebody. If they are cash rich, what is the point in giving additional funds to them? Yeah.
Right.
As long as they're meeting the whatever obligations are, we are done with that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Then we'll go ahead with the next item, which is update on available funds. So like Renu have already told you, total available funds currently stand as 42 lakhs, including Hitesh. So which is basically comprising of 30 lakhs from unallocated funds and 12 lakh released from the partial closure of Hitesh Enviro Engineers Private Limited. And as per the latest update, the scheme is currently paused until further direction from government. In this context, any unallocated funds may be subject to revocation by Startup India. And this is being brought to the committee's notice to support information decision making regarding fund allocation. So I would like to just clarify more on this that as you all know, now we are left with 42 lakhs, which is for debt funding. And if we do not disburse this or allocate to any of the startups, it will be revoked by Startup India. And this will affect our credibility as well. Because it is heard by us that Startup India is renewing the scheme for the next 2 years. And because of our past track records, we are still in good incubators list. So would like to hear from you all. What are your thoughts? Are we going ahead with the allocation of total funds within this financial year?
So basically, what is happening is that we have a great track record with Startup India Seed Fund. We are one of those incubators who have done things really well. And I'll just give you context. In the last meeting or 2 meetings before that, all the startups, all the incubators who have received the money and disbursed the amounts, there was one particular incubator who had given the money to 12 people and they had 11 no-shows. Whereas we have given to 8 startups. The debt, it is not about the grant. Of course, the grant is not coming back, but the debt, I don't know if I should say a no-show, but yeah, there is one startup, VNA, and Raj, you would remember that they are doing delivery of grains and food grains and all of that. We had a long discussion on how they'll succeed. So they are the ones who are faltering. Other than that, all our startups are repaying in time. And we have converted 2 into equity. So, and one of them is already out in the market to raise her seed, um, seed round of 5 crores. It's a bridge round that she's raising. So we have a great reputation. And what has happened is that the Startup India has also given us permission to allocate more amounts to the startups who are showing progress. So we don't have to at this stage go out and look for new startups. It is also very difficult to do it in a short time because the last date for all of this is, I think, 30th of this month. And the whole process of finding, screening and all of that takes about 3 months, and then there is 3 months when the disbursement happens. So we went back to Startup India and we said, okay, this is what we have. We don't have a very big amount. So the traction of getting the startups will be low. So they have agreed to look at our current startups. We have shortlisted 2 startups. And today they are going to come to present their cases again. So one of them is Kaya Palat, and they are from Gujarat. If you all remember the skincare brand from Gujarat who was doing some mud thing and all of that. Today, between their proprietorship and the private limited company, which we suggested that if you intend to raise money in the future, you should move to a private limited company. They have almost done a turnover of 10 crores. More, I will let the team speak for themselves. The other startup which is coming to present today is Cover Grow, which is in insurance cover. So they are working with, again, I don't remember who all were there on that ISMC, and they'll come and tell a lot more about their work. But they have been consistently growing, and they provide insurance covers to employees of PSUs and all of that, and they're also increasing their product range and all of that. So they have been consistent in growth. They have been consistent in managing their EMIs. Both these startups have managed that as well. So amongst the 8, 9 that we have money to, the 2 that we have selected and have brought to pitch. So they are next, and we want your approval. So our things that we want the approval from ISMC for everything. So we want your approval if this whole process that we have done is okay with you all. And then we'll let the startups come in and pitch for themselves. Is that okay, Sumedh, Ravi, and Raj?
Yeah, so maybe I can go on. Yeah, I think because funds are lying unutilized, it is better to kind of use them to help and support the startups, irrespective of whether I mean how or obligation to utilize is a different thing. But I think that's a good idea for using these funds. And I'm sure you must have evaluated all others, and you guys have come up with these two. So at least I'm okay with it to see how these companies are doing and check them, and then we can decide on a company as well.
Okay.
I think giving another round of funding to those who have done well in the past, who have been funded and done well, is always a good idea. But I am a little surprised by lack of deal flow. Typically deal flow is enormous and it's difficult to actually even process the kind of deals that come in. So I think your team needs to work on that to maybe because funding was not expected, maybe there was some hiccups, so maybe that part of the process has been stalled. But it's always a good idea to be in the flow of things because one shouldn't suddenly find that you're restricted in terms of who you're getting to evaluate, and that's something to work on.
Okay. Yes, Ravi. The lack of deal flow is not because of FUD, but because the whole process is controlled by Startup India Seed Fund. So when they would open the portals, when they would start talking about it, and then it takes a while for the information. Even now, there is a lot of confusion in the market whether the incubators have received the money or not. So this whole thing is a little mismanaged at this point of time. That's what we feel, and mismanaged in the sense that it is coming in tranches, and so the whole nobody is like really clear whether the incubators have received the money or not, so whether they should apply or not. Plus the restriction only that we have debt money left and not grant money. So this information also takes a little bit longer to get out. Whereas they've put a deadline. So there is a deadline to finish this. If this whole thing was open for 3 months, then there wouldn't have been a problem. But because the deadline is 30th of April, the time allowed to us is very short. And I'm sure the others are also facing something similar. So that's the reason we primarily feel.
Right, got it. Thanks.
Sumit?
Yeah, I think it's a good way to always look at the successful startups and look at how we can double down on them. But the same thing, I resonate with what Ravi said also. It's always great to have a deal flow. On that note, do we also have, I know Step has got Instagram and, its own channels. So, apart from the government portal, do we also have something where it can be a constant thing and then, we have our own flow of things and then whenever this comes through? I know there is always a gap of information, like you said, between when it's dispersed and we are in the communication layer, right? Actually, we need to communicate that to the startups and, what happened with this other company which doesn't require the follow-on funding because they've grown. So all those things happen, but how is that going apart from just the government portal?
No, that's a great question, Sumit, because we do it at our level also, and we did get a lot of startups, based on our communication and our outreach and our network. Unfortunately, most of them, or I should say all of them, had completed 2 years. So it's a tricky situation where we have to see that they have to be under 2 years and profitable and generating a certain amount of revenue. To check all these boxes is difficult because if we were communicating with them for some time and we found a lot of new ones also. In fact, the other incubators also came to us and they said that we have some startups who are looking at raising money and they were also good. But somehow this 2 year timeline is tricky. And then that is why it becomes a little difficult to find startups in a short space of time. Now, we cannot say we are doing, some of these are that, we've been reaching out, communicating with them. We knew that they are good. But by the time we got the money, 2 years were over. And we didn't have a fixed timeline. So even now, even in the month of January, when we started hearing that maybe the scheme will reopen, but we weren't sure. So
that's a tricky thing, right?
Yeah, that's a very tricky thing. That up until the time you have money in your bank account, how can we say that we'll be able to release it? Now, there's so many of them. I think if you remember from the past also, when they would come to present, then that would be the last week or last day that they could come and present because they were just completing their 2 years. So this 2 years is a very tricky situation. So that's how it's not that we didn't get new ones. We had about 10, 15, but all of them had completed 2 years, or some of them were not even meeting the revenue criteria that we are looking for. Maybe the other incubators look for a lower revenue criteria. And the Startup India Seed Fund is also sort of revising it, So we'll see if we get the next, if they go through the next round of applications and all of that, and if we receive funds in the future, then we'll have an ISMC to discuss that who are the startups that we should look at to disbursing the money. We do need to collect it back. That is a huge challenge. And with even one startup faltering, it's a pressure on us. So that's why we are
I can imagine.
people who are a little comfortable in repaying as well. So that's where we are. Sumit, are you with me? Okay, I think.
Hello?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
just lost
Yeah.
some internet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got that, Renu. Thanks for clarifying.
All right. Thank you.
So should we start bring in the startup?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. The first startup is CoverGrow. Aarti, you have to present the screen.
Okay.
Good morning, Falit and Mrinalini. Can you please switch on your cameras?
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Falit. Is Mrinalini there?
Ma'am and Viren sir are joining from one account, so they will
let
join. They
them
were waiting
join
in
then. Yeah, let them join
yeah,
then
yeah,
only we are
yeah.
going
Then
to
we can
start.
start.
Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So
Viren is
Mrinalini,
here. He's just coming.
okay.
So can I just start in the meantime?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for this opportunity. Today's presentation is more about getting deeper into the ecosystem that we already have. Earlier, we only spoke about insurance policies and how we are going to sell policies. This time, way of getting deeper into the system, that is through an app. India's logistic ecosystem is about 1.5 crore transporters with 1 lakh petrol pumps that run with a very unified compliance backbone, leading to losses and inefficiency, which causes risk. Large players like Hindustan Petroleum, IOCL, BPCL, Reliance, Niara lack real-time visible transporter compliance. At CoverGrow, we have spent years working inside the ecosystem, building strong inroad with the PSUs, managing insurance claims, advisory, literacy program for thousands of transporters, employees, giving us data, trust, and access, and most importantly, relationships. And that's why we are now confidently transitioning into service-led model to building an AI-enabled platform that makes every fleet document ready, claim ready, and tender ready at all times. This is not an external solution imposed on the ecosystem. We already have embedded in it. It's been built from within with real access, real validation, and adoption. And that positions us to become the compliance backbone for India's logistics sector, a smooth transition from service to product evolution. This further reinforces distribution advantage in collaboration with the entire relevant ecosystem and grow our insurance business. Let me walk you through how this becomes the compliance backbone for India's logistics sector. I will just share the screen and present, the PPT.
I am presenting.
Viren, so what we have called our app is PigZap. Pig is for speed and Pig is logistic and Zap is for speed. So we are reimagining insurance for digital India. Ma'am, the next slide. So what is the problem here is, PigZap, which compliance app for transporter is AI-enabled, PSU is aligned, scalable platform. We already have a prototype in place for this, which has claim ready, which will also take care of their finances, day-to-day finances, which are otherwise, have a very haphazard way of accounting. So we already have we have a partner who will give us this offline model, so they can get statement within 5 minutes on WhatsApp. The next slide, ma'am. Ma'am, the next. The problem statement here is a lot of claim gets rejected due to the documents not being placed, or there may be some lapsed documents, and also sometimes very important hazard endorsement. That is in case of the vehicle not being endorsed as hazardous, their claims get rejected. Then there are limits in getting alerts for all these documents. Then central compliances is missing, and also there, as I mentioned, archaic finance system. Ma'am, the next slide.
So the results of that is, Acha, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So our solution is PIXAP, as I mentioned. It is a centralized document management system for claim readiness, tender eligibility, compliance dashboard, download, discovery, return trips, instant payments, credits, insurance, fuels, roadside assistance, voice to text, vernacular UI, offline support. So one app, one platform, one trusted partner. Ma'am, yeah. So here it is to this, as I mentioned to you about the financial intelligence, where we are coming in here is to reconstruct complex money trails across large volumes of bank statements, uncovering layered transactions, circular routing, suspicious patterns, beneficiary linkages with speed and precision. Completely offline tool to monitor daily transactions, bank statement on their WhatsApp in 5 minutes. What is the opportunity and entry advantage? India has 1.5 crore commercial vehicles, majority owned by SME fleets. Ecosystem is we already have access into DriveTrack Plus, that is one of the affinity channels of HPCL, with 1 lakh fleet owners and 12 lakh vehicles. The OMC ecosystem of hazardous and LPG tankers is over 90,000 vehicles. 1 lakh plus petrol pumps pan India, low cost of acquisition, high trust, immediate rollout, readiness. Our target is basically transporters, fleet owners, truck drivers, logistic operators, then shippers, logistic companies, fuel station, insurance, and financial partners. And geography focus will be semi and suburban, tier 2 and 3 cities, where digital adoption is rising. Amita, ma'am. This is a competitive landscape who are not anywhere close to what we are planning. They all are in bits and pieces, like Blackbuck is managing some part, Revigo is managing relay logistic, or Track Suvidha, or Porter, or Elastic Run, or Wahak. These are all in, they have don't have the complete app and management system as we are planning in PIXAP. Ma'am? So this is what our last year looked like. It is employees 3,800 and revenue premium was 3.65 with revenue of 24.95 lakhs. So I'll ask Viren to come in here.
Actually, continue. Now I'll come later.
So this is basically the overview of what PIXAP does as against the others, where it is storage or compliance or hazardous vehicle compliance, tender alerts. So we are everywhere you see there are limited or not available, but we are going to give them the entire gamut of features. Amita, ma'am? So business model is core platform subscription will start with annual 1,230 rupees for small fleets. Medium will be 2,100. And tender alerts, if you want tender alerts, eligibility readiness, then it is around 1,200. Then analytical model is around 750 rupees. So additional revenue layer for us, along with insurance ecosystem opportunity embedded. So this is just an overview. Next. Amita, ma'am?
Aarti, next.
No, the previous one, just below, before this. Yeah. So this is a 3-year financial projection. So here we are looking at 3,000 in year 1, where subscription revenue is around 42 lakh that we are hoping, and tender model revenue will be around 5.40. Analytic model will be 2.25. So total SaaS revenue we are expecting is 49.77. That is close to 50 lakh rupees. And insurance policies we are expecting here to close high as around 1,000. And revenue, total revenue around 65 lakhs. And rest profit overall, if you see, it comes to minus 16.40 in the year one, which we cover up in year two by making 1.3 crores, and in year three, 3.76 crores. So this is basically a rough idea. And execution team, so it's just overall what kind of people we will need to onboard to take this initiative forward. Ma'am, next.
But Nalini, just be quick, your 5 minutes are over.
Okay, so this is a platform charges. You can go next one, ma'am. So this is what we are embedded into POC already. We have insurance POC already established, real-time compliance visibility. Everything is already in place. We just need to get it rolled. Ma'am, next. So this is our ask. So technology development, we are requesting for 24 lakhs, execution and team development around 15 lakhs, marketing and rollout support 12 lakhs. So totaling to around 51 lakhs. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And the floor is open for Q&A. Jury members.
Stop sharing.
Volume.
Ma'am, can you come again? I missed.
The floor is open for Q&A, jury members.
Q&A. Okay, ma'am.
Maybe I can go first. So your previous business was into insurance, and now you have started another product line or business line into Pixel. Is that correct understanding?
We launched the company, yes, the hook being insurance. So it continues to be that. So we are also now launching RSA, which we signed up with HPCL on the digital platform. But we're going to be very connected with the industry. So yes, it is also going to augment our insurance business, because of the application being in the marketplace.
Okay, sure. So I think just one observation, the competitors you have mentioned, those are more into fleet management, while you are trying to be a platform for process management, or the kind of way you have explored subscription on the documentation and other piece. That may be a bit different than what Rivigo or Blackbuck are doing. They are entirely a fleet management kind of guys.
So actually, just to answer this question slightly differently, the idea of PixApp only arose because so we interact with a lot of transporters because we're doing insurance for them. And so these are real life cases, and they and us and the insurers go through a lot of problem in terms of documentation. Also, our B2B connects are with the oil companies, so HPCL, BPCL, IOCL, and all. So they also face a similar problem because lack of documentation. So what we thought is, one, it positively impacts our insurance business if we have an application like this, because we gain more credibility and so on and so forth. And also the risk reward is much in our favor because we already have mandates and we have the data, and we have an API with DT Plus, which is, the HPCL platform. So our cost of acquisition remains low. Our cash burn, so we can go to the market very quickly. So that was the whole idea. The other operators they're much larger actually, because they're more into, they're like the Olas and Uber of this industry. So Blackbuck is about 10,000 crores valuation. But nobody is into this area because maybe for them, this is a much smaller business and we don't want to be in that business. That we're very clear about.
Okay, one more question probably. I saw the projection. I think you mentioned your previous year revenue was 3 CR something. And in projection, the insurance revenue mentioned is much smaller. So maybe, Aarti, can you present that slide again where the projections were mentioned, year 1, year 2, year 3?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here insurance revenue is mentioned 15 lakh. But if we go to the previous year revenue slide, which was mentioned close to 3 CR or something, is
No,
that the
so
correct? Yeah,
yeah,
please.
yeah. So you're right. So what we've done here in this projection, we've talked about the incremental. So we continue with the base that we have. So that is another level of, I mean, line of business for us because that's our core business. So that will have an incremental, but because of the application, we look at 1,000 extra policies to be,
Okay.
punched because of the application in the marketplace. So
Okay.
this is
Okay.
over and above our core business, I mean, that we are doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood. Yeah.
And
Thank you.
we are very, see, application is not our core expertise, to be very honest. Okay. So that's why we wanted to keep it simple, a low cost kind of a thing. And we obviously over a period of time, we want to bring in skills and that's how we'll scale up. But one thing that it has to benefit our core business, that is, we are very clear about.
Okay. Sure. Thank you. Over to
Thank you, Raj. Sumedh, Ravi, any questions from your side?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right.
Hi, Ravi.
So just to clarify, this is an additional product within the existing business, and it's one entity, one organization. And if that is the case, can you, I don't know if you have a slide, but otherwise, can you just quickly tell us what the overall P&L would look like, what it was in the most recent year, 25, 26, and in the next couple of years in terms of top line and bottom line profitability?
Khalid, can you come in here? Because, we just presented about 15 days back. Since we had limitation in terms of time, so we just wanted to present this.
Can you open that screen because we have given that top line and the bottom line in that slide.
No, Khalid, this we're talking about cover grow also overall. So it's not for the application alone.
The overall entity which takes the funding, right? Which takes the funding
That's
and
cover
then
grow.
from which
That's
you
cover
pay back
grow.
from the cash flows. So unless there are two different organizations with two different
No.
funding.
This is one organization. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one. Can we get a?
We can.
Aarti, can you
share-
please?
Aarti, please open the presentation. And Ravi, it's the same organization. These are not two different organizations. The funding will go to cover grow only.
Right. So what I'm looking for is that overall P&L, what was the most recent P&L and 25, 26 and next
Right.
couple of years, because that is what will fund the
Can I share,
debt,
please?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're looking at 20, Mrinalini, we are looking at the year that you have closed, P&L of the year that you have closed, and what the P&L will look like for the next 2-3 years.
So what we're looking at, so I'll just read through and we'll share this. We've already shared this presentation anyways. So from the employee benefit side, we're looking at top line of 48 crores. Commercial vehicles, 4 crores. RSA platform is about 25 lakhs. HPCL Lubes ecosystem is 41 lakhs. Then we also looking at doing some activity with a digital company, more in the space itself, and that is about 3 crores. This is the top line.
This is the projection.
Projection, yeah.
Let's first talk about the year that you have closed.
The year that we've closed is employee benefits. We've done 3,800 vehicles. We've done a total premium of about 3.65 crores, and our revenues were 25 lakhs.
And profit loss?
So we are at a marginal profit. This year we've been, we wanted to establish proof of concept. So we got entry into 3 public sector companies, starting one, which was last year, that was HPCL. Now we've signed up with BPCL and Indian Oil. And also we've been referred to ONGC, Engineers India, GAIL, and one more company by HPCL itself for their employee benefit programs. So we are looking at, so that's why we were very conservative in utilization of the funds. Also, we were running it largely through our, operational revenues.
We mentioned the profit and loss, but what does that look like in percent?
It's about, I think, 24,000 or something. Falit, if you have that.
No, so 4 lakh was the profit for
4
this
lakh,
year.
sorry. Yeah, last year was 24,000. Yeah.
It is there in slide number 9.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 4 lakhs.
Yeah, it doesn't mention.
Covergrow revenue.
No, the mention. So
The
that's
profits are not
revenue.
mentioned, but 4 lakhs is what you are saying.
Yeah, we've
What you closed.
Yes,
So
yes.
25 lakhs, about 25 lakhs and 4 lakhs of profits.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we can go to the projection which you had for this is 26, 27 and 27, 28. There was another slide in which you had multiple years. Ravi, is
Ma'am,
that okay?
Ma'am, you can refer slide 9. So it is having all the projections.
Yeah, Farid, can you just quickly run through this?
Yes, so for this financial year, for benefit, we are targeting around 5.5 CR of premium with lakhs of revenue with gross margin of 11%. For next financial year, we are targeting around 10 crore of premium with 1.1 crore of revenue. The another category is commercial vehicle, where there will be DT plus SOD vehicle, LPG vehicle, where we are getting 4 crore, 6% margin of 24 revenue. And for financial year 27-28, the premium would be 7.2 crores with 43.2 lakhs of. The third revenue stream is roadside assistance. We had a tie-up with RSA, and we are deploying this with Pay, where there are around 1 crore of users, around 25 lakh users every month, and we are targeting around 10,000 users in the year 1, and our profit would be around 12 year 1 and 25 lakhs in year 2. Another is system where we are promoting 2 products. One is Hospicash and another is critical illness. So Hospicash provides 1,000 rupees per day for 30 days in a year for contracted worker and mechanics, where this 1,000 rupees is very much crucial for them. And also there is a cover called critical illness, which covers 41 critical illnesses, and these critical illnesses are covered from day 1. So there is no waiting period for any of the critical illness. In case there is a detection of critical illness, the insurance company straight away pays 5 lakh rupees to the mechanic. So currently we had done 1,000 policies, and we are targeting to close around 3,500 policies in this year. So total premium opportunity would be around 13.15 crores with 1.67 crore of revenue for this financial year, and for the next financial year it would be around 24.12 crores with estimated revenue of around 3 crores.
Ravi, any further questions?
No, that's about it. Thank you.
Sumit, any question from you?
Yeah, I just have one question on the skill set, because I think growing the business, especially insurance business, is something which I guess you all know with industry expertise, right? That's where you all actually have cover grow. Now, for this app, though, I see a lot of B2B synchronization with the sales team. How do you think you are going to grow this SaaS business, what is the capability of the team to take care of SaaS? Because it's a completely different vertical.
So what we're doing, we're talking to be very honest, we've spoken to two vendors, okay, and they're going to be the people who are going to do the development. We have our own platforms that we've created more on the EBE side, but they're very restricted this thing. But on the SaaS side, currently internally between three of us, we don't have the skills in terms of technology, but we'll be quite dependent on our third-party vendor.
Yeah, I guess that is understandable in terms of development. I'm talking more on the GTM side. If you have to take this to market, SaaS requires a separate focus. Insurance requires a different focus. So how do you see both of this happening among your team?
So what we've discussed is that our vendors are going to provide with that skill sets initially till we onboard. So we do intend onboarding people over a staggered period of time. Our go-to market becomes simpler in terms of marketing. But yes, we're going to perceive a little bit of challenges initially. We get into a rhythm working on the tech part that we are completely conscious about. So there is going to be a lot of dependence there.
Have you all worked with this tech team before, or how did you all find this tech team?
So we work with them. We've been working with this tech team for a good, more than 1.5 years. They're very stable in terms of responsiveness, skill sets, and they've already delivered quite a few projects for us.
So, last question then. What is the arrangement between, is it a revenue share or is it just paid development and you have the entire copyright, or how is that working?
So we have been, so there is no revenue share with them. So we just paying them and we have all these, so we've got into all the contracts and everything, which is, we own the source codes and everything for Cover Grow. So there is no revenue sharing at all. So we're going to pay for it.
Got it. Got it. So till now you have paid for whatever development through your
Absolutely. We
revenue
paid
from
for
Cover.
every development that we have got this thing. And these portals are running on clients' platform, so which includes HPCL, BPCL, and we've tested them and they're running well.
Got it. Thank you so much. Got it.
Any other question? Renu, do you want to ask
No.
anything?
No,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Mrinalini, Viren, and Falit. You can leave the call.
Thank you
We'll
so
come
much.
back to you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Feedback from the team, from jury members.
I mean, we have to take a call.
Yes.
How much is their ask? What is?
It doesn't matter. They're asking for 50 lakhs. And last time also they'd asked for 50 lakhs and we had given them about 20.
Okay.
And this year we are thinking of giving them probably half or something like that, because we don't even have those kinds of funds. So if
Correct,
we
correct.
give them, so it'll be 10 or 10 plus something, like that.
So last time they got 30, Renu, and
Oh, okay.
I checked. Yeah. So and anyways, we cannot exceed 50 lakhs for any of the startup. We have to be within that limit in case of debt funding.
Got it. Got it. Okay, I'll go first. My take is that it's a separate vertical. If they probably focus on insurance, because they seem to be understanding the insurance sector better, and that's where actually it's going to happen. Because there is so much of a gap in penetration of insurance, and we all know the problems of that. And they seem to understand that market. The more they try to find this hyperbolic growth, sometimes you lose focus on the business. So that's just something I'm putting out there? Because usually you see that businesses would do well, compound over 5 years, they build a solid business. But when people go for these SaaS models, the burn rate and everything else, though there is tremendous excitement, penetration is very, very hard.
Okay. So, okay. All right. Ravi and Raj.
I wanted to understand the current loan that's given and their payments, repayments. So what is the current status? You've all given 30 lakhs loan. They have 24 lakhs of revenue, right? So how is the 30 lakhs and even the profit they were not, I mean, somebody was saying 24,000 profit, another guy was saying 4 lakhs. So have they I mean, they may not, I don't know about what the schedule for repayment or interest payment. What is the current data on that?
Yeah. Amita, you want to talk about it? They are the most regular in their payments.
Yes.
And yeah, you want to give more details?
So there has been no delay, as in when communication comes, so they are always available for whatever data we have required, and the payments have been regular. There is no such delay in that also. Not even reminders were sent to them for transferring amount. They have been responsible in these things.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand what that amount is. So you have given 30 lakhs loan.
We have given
And
30 lakhs.
they
Yes.
pay back on a quarterly basis, annual basis. When was the loan given? How much are they paying back on a what periodic frequency? What is the exact number?
So this is monthly as of now because it's a debt funding. It's an EMI right now that they are paying, the interest amount that they are paying, because still moratorium hasn't started for them for the principal amount.
Yeah, but on 24 lakh revenue, how much EMI are they able to pay back? So I'm a little, I'm not sure what these numbers are somehow not matching. And the reason I'm saying is many, I mean, it's easy to pay back EMI, interest EMI in the beginning because you're really paying it back from the loan I've taken, right?
Yeah.
So I take 30 lakhs loan and I'm
Yeah.
supposed to pay 3 lakhs of interest, let's say. It is your 30 lakhs is coming back to you as 3 lakhs interest, right? And it's very easy. The remaining 27, I do what I want with it. So I'm a little curious on what the numbers actually are.
Yeah, okay. So I think what we will do is that we will share it with you all on when does the principal repayment start and what they're paying right now, what is the duration and everything. Apologies that we don't have it together right now, but we'll share it with you all so that it's easier to take a decision then. But I do get your point, Ravi, that they have 30 lakhs and they're projecting a revenue of and so how will they repay the principal amount? The interest is easier to pay and the principal is somewhere we can get stuck. So anyways, we'll come back to you with all the numbers on how it is structured right now, and so that it is easier to take a decision.
Right. Thank
you. Raj?
Yeah, I think I have similar view. Though just probably to answer Ravi, maybe the loan which we have given is mostly going into IT infra development. So that's where probably that loan is not going into working capital or other direct business related items. So that's where that mismatch can be seen, that okay, 30 lakh aapka loan hai but 24 lakh revenue hai, so what are you doing with that kind of money? So but at the same time, if the loan amount and the obligation are not matching with the net profit, then it may not be a good situation for the company. And so I think we should be careful of that piece, because sometimes providing funding to the company becomes a negative thing for them and not for us, because then they may utilize it for the purpose. Without money they could be frugal, and then once they have money they may utilize for the things which are not in the top priority. So let's see that information from Amita, and then probably we can decide.
I could find the all details. So they're paying money 18,000 rupees and at an interest rate of 6.25. So the exact amount is 18,904 rupees that they have to pay every quarter.
So, Amita, probably we can create a table which says that, okay, this
It's
is the loan
ready. I'll
amount. Yeah,
share.
yeah,
Everything is ready.
yeah,
I'll share
yeah,
with
yeah.
you all.
With detail, we can share it, and then probably we can take a call on email. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Amita, I mean, you should look for is, are they paying interest from the cash generated in the business? That's the simple question, correct? As against transferring loan amount to interest. They don't have to necessarily make a profit. You have depreciation, you have all kinds of things. You may have marketing expenses. It's difficult to say that they should generate a profit, but the interest they pay should be cash generated from the business. And I'm not saying it should be, by the way. I'm quite comfortable with a business that is loss making, has not generated cash, but is somehow finding a way to repay. That's all fine. If they ask for a moratorium saying for 2 years I won't repay, that's also fine. The problem I have is when a company doesn't generate sufficient cash and is not acknowledging that, and somehow on paper shows that it is able to repay by transferring money from this place to that place, and then it seeks another loan. Because what usually many companies do is they seek a second loan in order to repay the first loan. Then you have to seek a bigger third loan to repay the second loan till you eventually get caught up with all that and you run out of the Ponzi scheme. So I'm not saying this is what it is, but the test of this is an Excel sheet where cash flow from business, interest, and the principal repayments, they're all adding up at some point of time. And if they're not adding up at this point of time, how are they running the business? They're running in difficulty. They're running it beautifully because they're entrepreneurial. That's all fine. But we should be aware of it and not get into a situation where we gave a second loan so that we can collect back our first.
Yes, understood, Ravi, fully. Yes. We'll look into it and we will just Amita will prepare the document and then she will share it with everyone.
I will share
Thank
it.
you. Thanks.
Thank you, Ravi. Sumit, do you
Yeah.
want to share your opinion?
No, I think for me, I get what the gap is, and for me, there is a solid business that can be built out of it, but this technology costs keep adding up. All this, whatever they have spoken about, this AI, all that is only going to get more and more expensive. And in India, what I've seen is this 1,200 rupees, all that looks very good on Excel sheets, but when you actually go and try collecting 200 rupees for an app, there's a free version lying somewhere, people are using, or it loads up with a lot of service layers on top of that application where there is human involvement. So the profitability of a lot of these service driven products, they claim that it's a product already, but for me, I don't see that business. I'm not excited about it, but I'm more excited about the core insurance business. So that's why I like the questions that Ravi asked with regard to splitting. How much is your insurance business growing? Because that's the core business, and focus also cannot move away from that. The more you try to focus away from the core, you won't succeed in either.
Thank you, Sumit. With this, we would like to invite the other startup, and I'm sharing their pitch deck in the chat box. Should I invite the other startup, Renu, and others? So the next is Kaya Palat. Hello, Anjuji.
Hi, it's Bonnie here. Ma'am is not available today.
Boni, we want Anju to
It's
be
okay.
here.
It's okay. Boni, please continue.
Okay.
Anjuji is not present. Where is she?
Basically, we are not in the city today. Due to एक रिलीजियस वर्क हम लोग बाहर आए तो इसलिए अभी हम बाहर है राज. That's why.
Puni, you will get 5 minutes to present, and we want you to start the presentation.
Okay, sure. Hello. My screen is visible.
I think there's some network issue. Maybe you can switch off your video. Your video is kind of freezing in between. I'm not sure if that's okay.
Boni, I am presenting. You can go ahead.
My brand name, company name is Kumkum Wellness Private Limited, and we are the manufacturer of health and beauty products. In detail, like started with just 3 products, and today we are manufacturing almost more than 150 products in the segment of naturopathy, Ayurveda, modern science, and algae. जब हमें स्टेप के अकॉर्डिंग जब फंड मिला बिफोर 2 years, एट दैट टाइम वी आर जस्ट लास्ट साइड प्लीज लास्ट या तब हम सिर्फ नेचुरोपैथी बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते थे, उसके बाद हम लोगों ने आयुर्वेदा बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट्स बनाना, even we are using niacinamide, kojic acid, and algae base, which is our new project. Total, we have 150 products. We are also providing educations to the training provide किया जा रहा है. And next one is hello.
There's a lag from your
And
side,
next one
Boni.
is we are also sorry.
Are you all able to hear him clearly? There's a lag.
No.
Yeah, I think थोड़ा network issue है आपकी तरफ से,
हाँ.
but please continue.
Okay. और अभी हम लोग फ्रेंच प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं मड बार के लिए, जो एट द एंड ऑफ द प्रेजेंटेशन आई विल शो यू. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. फ्रॉम द वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, जब टाइम के ऊपर हम लोगों ने प्रोडक्ट्स की शुरुआत की थी, दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव नेम्ड इट काया पलट, काया पलट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. तो उसी के बेस के ऊपर हम लोगों ने काया पलट की शुरुआत की थी. डॉक्टर अंजू पाडलिया जो फाउंडर ऑफ द ब्रांड है, खुद नेचुरोपैथी डॉक्टर है. सेम केवल जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट देखता है, माई सेल्फ बोनी पाडलिया, जो मैं पूरा बिजनेस का जो सेल्स है वो हैंडल करता हूँ. एंड नम्रता इज HR ऑफ द सो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के अंदर इन फीमेल हमारी खुद की टीम है. सो इट्स मोर no voice issues. We have
बोनी
already हाँ जी मैम.
बोनी, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. आप थोड़ा सा प्लेस चेंज करके देखोगे, ट्राई करोगे?
Just a minute. Is it audible now?
It is better.
बेसिकली हमारा जो स्टार्टिंग था वो जैसे मैंने बोला कि वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के ऊपर, और सबसे वुमेन जो है ज्यादा से ज्यादा इनकम कर पाए उसके बेस के ऊपर है. तो आज गुजरात में ऑलरेडी बहुत ही अच्छा डेवलपमेंट है और सेटअप बेस है, जहाँ पे मेरी रिटेल प्रोडक्ट बहुत ही अच्छे से जा रही है. सो नाउ वी आर अगेन इनटू द सर्विस इंडस्ट्री फ्रॉम विच एवरीथिंग हैज स्टार्टेड. सो अभी हमारा है कि एक सर्विस किया और लोगों को पता चला कि एक्चुअली कोई भी बीमारी और कुछ भी है तो उसके अंदर हम लोग 100% रिजल्ट है वो सिर्फ नेचुरोपैथी बेस्ड थेरापी और आयुर्वेदिक थेरापी के ऊपर भी दे सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज मैम। एक छोटी सी कमरे के अंदर शुरुआत थी, जब हमें फंड मिला स्टेप के अकॉर्डिंग तब भी हमारे पास फैक्ट्री नहीं थी, तब सिर्फ कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस थी। तो ये पूरा ग्रोथ जो है वो कोविड के अंदर जुलाई 15 जुलाई 2020 के अंदर हम लोगों ने 3 प्रोडक्ट से स्टार्ट किया और आज हमारा खुद की कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस भी है जहां अभी पे हम लोग नए मड बार का सेटअप कर रहे हैं। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। हेलो। यस, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज।
Yes, this is next.
3 इयर्स की इतनी प्रोडक्ट जनरी ऑलरेडी बताई। इतने टाइम के अंदर हम लोगों ने 2 इंटरनेशनल टूर की है जो मेरे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर के साथ, जब उसको एक टारगेट के ऊपर हम लोग उसको डोमेस्टिक और इंटरनेशनल टूर्स प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं। तो ऑलमोस्ट 7 डोमेस्टिक टूर्स कंप्लीट किए, इंक्लूड हरिद्वार एंड सो मेनी गोवा, बहुत सारे प्लेसेस के साथ टोटल 1000 क्वार्टरली टायर था तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो टूर भी कंप्लीट किया। इंटरनेशनल में दुबई और सिंगापुर टूर कंप्लीट किया। 20 से ज्यादा आज हमारे पास सुपर स्टॉकीज है जो मंथली हमें एटलीस्ट 2 to 5 lakhs 2 to 3 lakhs का बिजनेस फॉर श्योर प्रोवाइड करते हैं और 5000 से भी ज्यादा हमारे पास रिटेल कर रहे हैं अपने सलोन में या पर्सनली डायरेक्ट। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। मे बी या
It's there.
यस 2023 ऑलमोस्ट 2 साल के अंदर आज वो मोर देन डबल्ड है। 24 में 6 ईयर था और 25-26 के अंदर 9 CR था। जब स्टार्ट किया था तब प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के अंदर मैं बात करूं तो 1 CR तक का भी टर्नओवर नहीं था। मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। ये 9 CR का ब्रेकआउट है। मेजरली ग्रिप 8 साल में ऑलमोस्ट 7 CR उसमें से कनेक्ट कर रहा हूँ। ऑनलाइन बिजनेस में वी आर स्टिल ग्रोइंग, जहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं था, मतलब 5 to 6 lakhs था, वो आज 50 lakhs तक है, तो वो भी ऑलमोस्ट बहुत ही ज्यादा डेवलप हो गया। और ट्रेनिंग की इनकम है वो स्टेबल है 1.5 CR। हम लोग ट्रेनिंग का उतना ज्यादा चार्ज नहीं करते है। तो ट्रेनिंग से मैं ना 1.5 CR तक ये प्रॉपर लास्ट ईयर का ब्रेकआउट है। जहां पे जब स्टार्ट किया तब सारा टर्नओवर प्रोप्राइटरशिप में था, ना कि कुमकुम वेलनेस जो भी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड है उसके अंदर। बट ये साल के अंदर आप देख पाओगे कि कंप्लीटली 100% हम लोग कुमकुम वेलनेस के अंदर करने वाले हैं। और लास्ट क्वार्टर के अंदर भी आप शिफ्ट देख सकते हो कि जहाँ पे प्रोप्राइटरशिप ऑलमोस्ट मैंने क्लोज कर दिया फाइनली और अभी हम लोग सारा टर्नओवर है वो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के अंदर कर रहे हैं। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। These are the 3 bands. So right now we are looking for the fund for the upcoming project, जिसके अंदर 2 प्रोजेक्ट है। काया पलट जो नेचुरोपैथी बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते हैं वो बहुत ही अच्छा चल रहा है और शुरुआत वहीं से की थी। लास्ट ईयर हम लोगों ने लॉन्च किया समझू वेदा, विच इज इन गुजराती रिटर्न ओवर दर समझू वेदा। तो जिसमें हम लोग आयुर्वेद बेस के ऊपर और सिर्फ 20 प्रोडक्ट्स ही बनाते हैं, जिसकी MRP बहुत ही कम रखी है और वो सिर्फ गुजरात के लोकल एरियाज के लिए है। और जो वो ऐसी प्रोडक्ट है जो काया पलट के अंदर नहीं है, जैसे नीम शैम्पू हो गया, नीम सोप हो गया, आयुर्वेदिक तेल हो गया, जॉइंट पेन के लिए ऑयल हो गया, वो सारी प्रोडक्ट समझू वेदा के अंदर है। और लावीरा इज द न्यू प्रोजेक्ट, अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट, जिसके अंदर हम लोग एल्गी बेस्ड सारी प्रोडक्ट्स बनाने वाले हैं। सो अगेन वी आर द पायोनियर इन द एल्गी बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट्स की मिट्टी के अंदर प्रोडक्ट्स है। सबसे पहले हम लोगों ने काया पलट के बेस के ऊपर लॉन्च की थी। अब सेम ऐसा ही प्रोडक्ट्स हम लोग लावीरा के लिए लॉन्च कर रहे हैं और उसके लिए भी हमें फंड की रिक्वायरमेंट है। और सेकंड जो सर्विस सेक्टर वाला है वो मैं अभी शो करता हूँ। मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। If we talk about the temps and som for the wellness sector properly, तो इंडिया में ओवरऑल ये मार्केट है वो 1.2 लाख CR का है, जिसके अंदर ब्यूटी और वेलनेस इंडस्ट्री आ गए। तो जो कंपनी के फर्स्ट फाउंडर है डॉक्टर अंजू पाडलिया मैम को ऑलरेडी 20 ईयर से भी ज्यादा ब्यूटी फील्ड का एक्सपीरियंस है और वेलनेस के अंदर भी बहुत सारे ट्रेनिंग्स ली हुए और कोचिंग भी हम लोग प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं। हमारी जो टारगेट सेगमेंट है जो नेचुरल एंड द आयुर्वेदिक वेलनेस सेंटर जिसके अंदर मड बेस है वो बहुत ही कम है, तो वो समथिंग अबाउट 40,000 से ही आ रहा है। और अगर हम लोग हमारी अपॉर्चुनिटी देखें कि अभी जो मैं मड बार का मॉडल कर रहा हूँ दैट वन इज समथिंग अबाउट 1 CR का मॉडल है, और वो अभी हमारा जो जा रहा है दैट वन इज हम लोग काया पलट के आउटलेट मडबार के जो आउटलेट है वो 1 CR के अंदर सेल आउट करने वाले हैं फोको मॉडल। तो अगर हम लोग 50 आउटलेट्स भी लास्ट 3 या 5 ईयर्स के अंदर करते हैं सेल आउट, तो अभी हम लोग इजिली 50 CR तक का आराम से ओवरऑल रेवेन्यू कर सकते हैं। मंथली रेवेन्यू जो भी इसके अंदर होगी वो कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट है। और इस सेगमेंट के अंदर प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है वो ऑलमोस्ट 80% है। लाइक इफ यू आर गोइंग टू द सलोन, मैं सिर्फ एक बेसिक चीज की बात करना चाहूंगा, फेशियल। तो फेशियल में एक्चुअल जो प्रोडक्ट्स यूज होती है उसकी कॉस्ट लेस देन 70 to 80 रुपीज आती है ब्यूटिशियन को। तो आज वो प्रोडक्ट हम लोग खुद मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं, तो मेरे लिए वो कॉस्ट आएगी लेस देन 50 रुपीज, एंड वी कैन चार्ज देम अबाउट 1,000 यू आर ऑलरेडी पेइंग। सो आपको नो, और इसका जो एम्बियंस अभी हम लोग क्लियर कर रहे हैं वो नेक्स्ट स्लाइड के अंदर अवेलेबल है। मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। नेक्स्ट। यस, सो दिस इज द फ्यूचर ऑफ ट्रेडिशनल वेलनेस जिसको हमने नाम दिया है मड बार। जैसे मिट्टी के अकॉर्डिंग सारी ट्रीटमेंट्स होगी इसलिए इसका नाम हम लोगों ने मड बार दिया है। ये ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर किया हुआ है और ये इंडिया की फर्स्ट लग्जरी मड बार चेन होगी जो अब तक कहीं पे भी फील लोगों ने इस टाइप की थेरापीज है वो मिट्टी के अकॉर्डिंग और इतने अच्छे एम्बियंस के अंदर नहीं किए। तो वो सारी चीज हम लोग करना चाहते हैं। नेक्स्ट वन प्लीज। यस, ये सिर्फ आपको बेसिक लेआउट दिखाई दे रहा है जिसके अंदर एक मिट्टी वाला रूम है, फिर शिरोधारा का रूम है, स्पा मैनिक्योर पेडिक्योर शिरोधारा एंड A to Z थिंग। मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड करो तो लाइव 3D का आइडिया आ जाए। यस, एक्चुअली एम्बियंस जो है वो इस तरह का रहेगा। अभी ये प्रोजेक्ट हम मेरा जो हेड ऑफिस है राजकोट के अंदर हम लोग कंस्ट्रक्ट कर रहे हैं। ऑलमोस्ट 70% डन हो गया है। बाय द एंड ऑफ जून मतलब नेक्स्ट 2 मंथ्स के अंदर ये प्रोजेक्ट लाइव हो जाएगा। तो उसके लिए अभी एक्चुअली हमें फंड की रिक्वायरमेंट है। और मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। ये रिसेप्शन है प्रॉपर वहां का। हाँ, ये जो है वो स्किन के लिए रूम है और ये जो आप देख रहे हो वो प्रॉपर एलिवेशन वो मिट्टी का आएगा। जैसे मिट्टी का लेपन करते हैं उसके हिसाब से प्रॉपर इंटीरियर है। तो वी आर स्पेंडिंग टू मच इन एज वेल, क्योंकि आज लोगों को एक फील भी अच्छी चाहिए। तो वो फील लग्जरी जो हमें पे करनी है वो लग्जरी जो फील करवानी, ये पूरे पर हमारा फोको मॉडल रिसर्चड है। यस, ये जो है वो हेयर स्पा के लिए है। अगेन वो मैनिक्योर पेडिक्योर को वो भी आप देख सकते हैं कि पेडिक्योर के जो बाउल्स है वो नेचुरल स्टोन के ऊपर कार्विंग करके है। तो बहुत सारी इन डिटेल्स हमने उसके अंदर भी की हुई है। नेक्स्ट वन। अब ये है वो शिरोधारा का रूम है। तो पर्सनली सभी को एक पर्सनल VIP कल्चर जो है इसके अंदर फील होगा। एंड 100% रिजल्ट ड्रिवन, कि अगर किसी को वेट लॉस करना है तो डेफिनेटली मैं 7 सेशन के अंदर उसको एटलीस्ट 3 इंचेस to 5 इंचेस वेट लॉस की हम लोग गारंटी दे सकते हैं। जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द थेरापीज, बिकॉज घर्षण और वो जारी बॉडी के सारे टॉक्सिन्स है वो थेरापीज पे निकलते हैं और ये सारी चीजें प्रूवन है। तो इसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लोग थेरापीज करेंगे, प्रोडक्ट्स भी सेल आउट करेंगे, और यहाँ पे 100% जो कंट्रोल है वो कंपनी का रहेगा। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। यस, सो लास्ट वन आस्क। बेसिकली जो राजकोट का मैंने मॉडल बोला वो हम लोग 1 CR के अंदर ओवरऑल फ्रेंचाइजी सेल आउट कर रहे हैं, जिसमें हम लोग पूरा इंटीरियर प्रोवाइड करेंगे, स्टाफ भी प्रोवाइड करेंगे। स्टाफ जो प्रोवाइड करेंगे वो स्पेशली ट्रेन्ड स्टाफ रहेगा विच इज ऑलरेडी डिग्री, जिसके पास ऑलरेडी डिग्री है और जो केरला से प्रॉपर थेरापीज ही करता है वो वाला स्टाफ रहेगा। और ये प्रॉपर फोको मॉडल है। सो वन हैज टू जस्ट इन्वेस्ट। सो राइट नाउ आई एम लुकिंग फॉर द फंड टू द कोको मॉडल, कि कंपनी का ओन एक मॉडल हो जाए जो कोको के अंदर है, और उसके बाद दूसरे सारे जितने भी मॉडल है वो हम सारे लोग फोको मॉडल के अंदर करेंगे। ऑलरेडी मेरे पास 2 जो फ्रेंचाइजीज है वो सेल आउट हो गई है। दिस ईयर के अंदर वी आर प्लानिंग टू लॉन्च एटलीस्ट 5 franchises. So I need fund for at least one Coco model. So I don't have to take any kind of fund. और वहां पे पूरा कंट्रोल जो है वो मेरे पास रहे. इसके लिए ये सारी चीज हम लोग इसके लिए हम लोग ये चीज फंड के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. In case you have any questions.
Aarti, please stop sharing the screen. Jury members, floor is open for Q&A.
What is the total square feet for that
2000.
space?
Minimum requirement is 2000 square feet, and currently we are doing that one is 2100 square feet, sir.
And it's costing you about 80 lakhs.
Yes, overall it costing us 80 lakhs, जिसके अंदर products भी आ गया, branding आ गया, because whatever the model we will launch, उसके लिए एटलीस्ट हम लोग एक बॉलीवुड सेलिब्रिटी को टाई अप करेंगे, या फिर लोकली जो भी फेमस है. अभी गुजरात के लिए गुजरात के कोई भी एक स्टार आएंगे, उसको बुलाएंगे, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग ये सारी कॉस्टिंग है वो 80 लाख के अंदर आ गए. और फोको मॉडल हम लोग 1 CR के अंदर सेल करने वाले हैं, जिसके अंदर ऑलरेडी मेरे पास 2 फ्रेंचाइजीज का टोकन आ गया है. तो वो अभी प्रॉपर मॉडल है वो स्टार्ट हो जाएगा.
So where have the two franchisees going to be based off, in the same city or different city?
No,
or
different
what
cities. Different cities, right? गुजरात ओनली. राजकोट में हमारा खुद का, इफ आई रिसीव द फंड्स और एल्स, सो अभी राजकोट में खुद का कोको मॉडल बना रहे. बाकी अहमदाबाद और सूरत के अंदर फोको मॉडल हो रहे.
Okay,
And
got it.
right now we are just looking for the place because final हुआ है. So we are looking for the place in the Ahmedabad and the Surat.
Got it.
Yeah.
Raj and Ravi, any other question for Boni?
Ravi here. Can you give us an idea of your the team size, the organization size in terms of number of people you currently have, and what it would be as you expand your number of franchisees and if you expand your business over the next 2 years?
Pardon?
What is the current size of the team, and how much would it expand once you build out this franchising model?
Okay.
Team size, how many people do you have in the organization?
For my staff.
Staff, correct. How many staff do
आपकी
you
अभी
have
आपकी
now?
टीम में कितने लोग हैं अभी, और जब आप ये फोको मॉडल और
लोग
पूरा
उधर जो
एक्सपेंशन
staff है,
करेंगे तो कितना हो जाएगा?
8 to 10% for the per outlet, yeah, which will connect to female therapist as well, one manager as well, social media person. So this business is something about the marketing only. सो मेनली हम लोग जो है वो रेगुलर फेसबुक एड्स, मेटा एड्स करेंगे. और रेवेन्यू की बात करें तो जो अभी हमारा करंट राजकोट के अंदर सिर्फ रिटेल आउटलेट था, वहाँ का पर मंथ का रेवेन्यू दैट वन इज समथिंग अबाउट 4 lakh to 5 lakh फ्रॉम जस्ट प्रोडक्ट सेलिंग. So interested in the service. So once we will start the service, our assumption is something about we can get some easily around 18 to 20 lakhs per month business from the single outlet.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
बोनी, टीम का साइज क्या है? अभी कितने लोग हैं?
ओवरऑल मैम मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट के लिए अभी हमारे पास 15 जो पर्सन है ओवरऑल टीम के साथ, स्टाफ और सब कुछ मिला गया. दैट्स वन इज एंड वंस द पर आउटलेट वी विल गोना हायर 8 person.
और आपके सेंट्रल टीम में कितने लोग हैं मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को और पर आउटलेट छोड़ के?
एक्सेप्ट अस.
Boni, you have to repeat. आपकी वॉइस
आपका इंटरनेट बहुत खराब है.
हाँ,
22.
22.
Yeah.
और आगे कितना होने वाला है? नेक्स्ट ईयर कितना एक्सपेक्टेड है ये नंबर?
इस साल अभी जो हमने क्लोज किया वो 9 पे किया, तो नेक्स्ट ईयर डेफिनेट 20.
नहीं, टीम साइज बात कर रहे हैं.
Team size will be around 60 because 3 outlet is already 6060.
Raj, any question from you?
No.
Okay. Renu, do you have any question?
No, I don't have any questions. But yeah, बोनी थोड़ा सा काया पलट का ग्रोथ के बारे में और आप एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो क्या? अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं।
डेफिनेटली मैम, जैसे
हम
काया पलट के
रात-
अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स के अंदर लास्ट हम लोगों ने लास्ट मंथ लाइक ऑन द फाउंड
बोनी हमको
बोनी
कुछ दे रहा।
बोनी आप फिर से एक बार प्लेस चेंज करके देखिए, थोड़ा नेटवर्क इशू आ रहा है एंड हमको कुछ सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहा है।
जस्ट अ मिनट नाउ।
अभी तो आया है आवाज आपका।
सॉरी एक्चुअली, हाँ, काया पलट के अंदर भी रिसेंटली जो हमने इंटरनेशनल सेकंड इंटरनेशनल टूर कंप्लीट किया है, तो हम लोगों ने ऑलरेडी टारगेट से वो थर्ड इंटरनेशनल टूर के लिए रख दिए हैं। सो उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लोग जो पर मंथ सेल्स जो मेरा अभी काया पलट के अंदर 70 to 80 lakhs का आ रहा है, वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम दिस करंट ईयर इट विल गोना रेज अबाउट 1.2 CR to 1.5 CR फॉर द पर मंथ। और फ्रेंचाइज जो हम काया पलट के अंदर ही लॉन्च कर रहे हैं, काया पलट मड बार, उसका रेवेन्यू कंप्लीट ही अलग हो जाएगा। सो अगेन वी विल गेट टू का बहुत ही ज्यादा सोच आ जाएगा। इसके पहले जो मेरा प्रेजेंस और करंटली वी आर वर्किंग इन द 5 स्टेट्स। सो इवन महाराष्ट्र एंड MP और हैदराबाद, ये तीनों स्टेट मेरे लिए ब्लैंक है। तो अभी इस साल के अंदर हम लोगों ने ऑलरेडी सेंट्रल सेल्स टीम हायर कर ली है। उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लोग हैदराबाद, महाराष्ट्र और MP के अंदर भी सेल्स है वो बहुत ही एक हाइप होने का चांसेस है, जहां पे मैम के सेमिनार है वो जून महीने से ऑलरेडी लाइन अप है।
एक ब्रेकअप आप बताओगे कि आप क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो हैदराबाद, MP और जो भी तीसरा स्टेट है। ओके
बोनी, इफ यू आर सेइंग समथिंग, हम लोग को कुछ सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहा है। इफ अदर्स डोंट हैव एनी क्वेश्चन, और let me try and call him just to check.
Actually, we can drop Boni and we can do our conversation and see if there are any more clarifications we require, then he has to get to a stable place and we will
Okay.
we'll reschedule the call.
Fine.
ठीक है,
Okay,
उसको
ठीक है।
drop कर दो।
जी। Okay, before we start the discussion, I just want to update you all that Boni is regular on his payments, which is interest plus principal. The total amount that we are getting is 11,800, which includes interest amount and principal amount both.
उनको कितना लोन दिया था? We had given them 10 lakhs.
We have given them, yes, 10 lakhs.
10 lakhs because they had asked only for 10 lakhs.
10 lakhs, yes.
Ravi, Raj, and Sumit, your thoughts. And whatever other clarifications you need from Boni, we will reschedule the call if needed.
Sorry, Amita, I lost you a little bit. Can you just repeat the last 1 minute of what you said? I think about repayment.
Yes, Ravi. Yes, Ravi. So their principal amount has also started, and the total is, which is interest plus principal, is 11,800, and we have been receiving regularly. This is what I said.
Basically, their margin, they are operating at very high margins.
Can you all hear Renu?
Can you hear me?
Fine.
So they're operating at very high margins, and they're largely their business is offline. So they are operating at about 30%. In fact, we can ask them for the numbers and all of that. The latest numbers, they're still closing, and they said they'll furnish those. But they're operating on almost 30%. That's what he said, that net margins and stuff. So they have found out a way to accommodate the costs so that the margins are not so high.
And how much loan have they taken so far, and what are they asking for now?
They have taken 10 lakhs. At that point of time, they had asked for 10 lakhs and they didn't want equity participation at all. And right now they're asking for 50 lakhs because now they know that the limit is 50 lakhs. So the projection, and they also, they want to ask for max so that they know that they are not going to get the whole amount. So I think this is the strategy that everybody takes, that they ask for 50 lakhs. Initially, these guys had asked only for 10 lakhs and they got 10 lakhs.
Right. And I think he said his top line is currently 25 lakhs per month, or what did he say currently?
Currently, I know last year they did a revenue of 9 crores, Ravi.
Right. I think he said
Yeah.
70, 80 lakhs per month, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so 10 lakhs that he's taken is a rather small amount for this 8, 9 crore business. I'm assuming, correct? That's what it sounds like. And even 50 lakhs would be quite
Yes.
small.
Yeah, they were very fresh. They were fresh out of the boat, if I can say that. They didn't know. They come from Rajkot and they have built the whole business out of Rajkot. And even they didn't know what the growth would be and how much they would be able to capture. But the interesting thing is that Anju, Ravi, this Boni, all of them the whole family is involved in this business. And they have been able to grow it beyond what they had imagined. So the founder, Anju, is a beautician and a naturopath and all of those things. And she does seminars, which is where they recruit their people, their salespeople. So it's if you can think of a large offline model, it is that they're doing very little on the online side, and he is still to crack that, how do they grow online, but the offline is doing really well, and he wants to focus on the offline because he realized that that's where the money is coming from.
And just to update here, he has also mentioned in the pitch deck that his online, there's a growth in online as well, where they were earning only 4 to 5 lakhs. This year it was 50 lakhs.
Yeah, but then we have to see what is the profitability. But both the businesses are profitable. Even the online is profitable and the offline, of course, is profitable. They've been talking about the mud bar from the time they had come first time. Now they have established, or they're in the process of completing the first mud bar in their own premises.
Right. And he mentioned something about transferring the proprietorship business
Yeah.
to the private limited, where I'm assuming he's taken the loan and that it is completed, and now all the business goes into private limited. So is that all from your side? Are you all satisfied with where
Yeah.
the revenue cash flows into and legalities of all this?
Yes, Ravi. So when they had come first time, they had part of the revenue coming in proprietorship because they just started. So, and they didn't know where they're going to get with all of this. So the proprietorship was in the name of the founder and the revenue was coming there. Part of the revenue was coming over there. And then they had established a private limited company for the sake of, taking the scheme and other loans and all of that. And over the last 1.5 years, we have pushed them to bring all their revenue into the private limited company and close the proprietorship, which is what they are doing right now. Like he mentioned, that in the last quarter, they don't have any revenues in the proprietorship, and they've been able to move the whole business in private limited. And this is to bring in more transparency and compliances.
Right. So one last question or point from me. So again, Amita, do something for you to check in this spreadsheet their actual P&L statement. Let's say they are doing 2.7 crores, 9 crores of revenue and almost 3 crores, maybe even 2 crores of profit. And cash flow might actually be more than that, maybe 3 crores of cash. What are they doing with the 3 crores cash? Where does it go? Do they pay out as dividend? Are they using it for growth? What is the investment that is helping them grow? So obviously, with that kind of cash flow, paying back the 10 lakh loan and even the 50 lakh loan is not going to be a problem. So from our side, we're very well covered. But just to have clarity on what where is that money going? So it's the reverse of the previous company in terms of what we're looking for. They are generating a lot of cash. So giving a loan is not an issue, but still you need to just have diligence on why do they even need a 50 lakh loan if they're generating 3 crores of cash per annum.
Sure.
It's a good problem to have, but you need to be aware of it and have the sheet with you.
Okay, sure. We'll ask
That
for
was
it.
that was the exact question I wanted to raise because when you're generating 9 crores of revenue and at least 25-30% as profit, I don't really, with about 20 employees, it's definitely profitable beyond just the repayment and all that, and they're not really in need of this money as well. So it'll be good to understand where that money has gone over the last 1 year, or what has been that they have spent on. Will give a track on where their growth story could lie.
Sure. Okay, Sumita, we'll ask for the P&L and other audited documents.
Great.
Raj,
Don't think I have any questions except I think
Raj, we cannot hear you.
I don't think I have any much of question except one. I think when we ask for P&L, we can probably check because numbers were looking bit too organized from 4 to 6 to 9. It's like you are just dividing by half and adding it to the next year's revenue. And even when they have shown a bifurcation between and their proprietorship and the private limited, there also the numbers were too perfectly organized. So it would be good to check the P&L and see how things are. So yeah, I think that's
Okay. Renu?
Yeah, okay. So as next steps, we will get the P&L from them and understand what they have done with the profits that they had last year and what are the growth plans exactly where the money will go in. And then probably we'll reconvene.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you everyone for the time and for great questions every time. I don't know. It's such a learning experience for me that I love just to enhance my learning. So thank you for your time and all the questions and insights that you all have.
So just for my information, if everything goes well and sounds positive, in Kumkum Wellness case, Kaya Palet's case, are we agreeing to go ahead with the extension of the tranche?
But Amita, what is the amount we are agreeing on? Probably that would be a good idea, irrespective of how.
Okay, so Raj, right now we have 42 lakhs with us. And they have already received 10 lakhs. So anyways, they cannot get anything beyond 50.
Yeah, 50 is what they hit as maximum.
Yes, as a
So
startup.
as a startup. So they already have 10. So, the maximum we can go up to is 40 for them.
But
You're talking about the one who presented now, right? The
Ones who
Kaya
presented.
Palat.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I mean, here hopefully, you don't find that they are hiding some numbers. If that business is profitable and they still need money, they're the ideal kind of business we should be funding. So maximum funding as long as the numbers add up.
Okay. Yeah, Ravi, on that note, they are very, I mean, if I can use the word naive, that they got into this and they don't know how this whole space operates. So they are very transparent they're more transparent than, you would want to hear. So they're very transparent when they're sharing their story, their numbers, how this, that, and all have happened. They have, so that is something, whatever they present, we can take it on face value. But yeah, we'll get the P&Ls irrespective of that.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about the fudging part. I mean, that's always something one should worry about.
Yeah,
But basically, just it should be clear to us saying
sure.
this is the cash flow the business generates.
Right.
Where has it gone in the past? Where is it intending to use it? If you're giving another 40 lakhs, where is it 40 lakhs going as part of the overall capital? I mean, why is it needed? And if it is being put to good use, that's fine. We just need to be aware of the P&L, the balance sheet, the cash flow. Which if they have audited statements, which they should. And if it's not there for 25, 26, at least whatever they have so far, so that we take an informed decision. That's about it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we agree on that fully. Yeah.
Okay
So,
then. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, okay. Bye. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
thank you
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.